Hey guys, we are so excited to announce we are producing our own original content. Head over to The Trendy for the best DIYs, fashion tips, makeup hacks, and so much more. We are sure you're going to love it, and be sure to let us know what you think in the comment section. We love to hear from you. See you there.
We see the logos of famous companies everywhere we go these days. Sometimes it can be easy to forget that they are there, but some clever artists have reimagined them. They've taken these everyday graphics and turned them into some pretty dangerous weapons. Today, we are going to take a look at some of them. Make sure to watch all the way through to see how the classic Nike logo became sinister.
Hola! Did you hear about our latest addition to our family? The richest. Espanol is the perfect place for all you native Spanish speakers out there. Don't speak Spanish? No problem. Come on over. This is the perfect place to practice. Amazing facts, interesting people, and funny pictures. Nos vemos ahí.
Here are 5 famous logos reimagined as dangerous weapons. Facebook Crowbar. Facebook has been one of the most successful companies to have been founded in the 21st century. It's helped to take the internet and make it an integral part of people's lives. Pretty much every company, artist, musician, and person has their own Facebook page. Heck, there's even a chance that you may well have discovered this video through the site. And it's a big part of our lives. The one artist, New York City's Tom Galle, has taken the ubiquitous F logo and given it a dark and dangerous twist. He's turned it into a pretty intimidating looking crowbar. At the risk of making a bad pun, we really don't think that you'd like this if you saw someone wielding it, sorry. And being a crowbar, there's other criminal activity one could use it for, but we'd hope that you wouldn't. As we've said, Facebook is massive. What founder Mark Zuckerberg started as a way to keep his classmates at Harvard University in touch has become a gigantic business with more than 1 billion users. It's also been the dominant form of social media for some while now. The likes of MySpace and Bebo have declined, while FB has changed, adapted, and flourished. To be honest, we can't imagine a world without it. But what's your favorite social media site? Why not let us know by leaving a comment? We get kinda nostalgic for our old live journals sometimes. McDonald's Brass Knuckles. The McDonald's Golden Arches is one of the most iconic logos in all of advertising. You can see them all over the world. And when you do, you'll know the restaurant has at least one thing you'll want. But one artist turned a welcoming logo into something a bit more disturbing. He's used the distinctive curves of the M sign to become a pair of brass knuckles. This weapon is especially spine-chilling, as it can be used subtly. If you were to be hit with a knuckle duster, there's a good chance you'd have no idea before it was way too late to do anything about it. While at least these are big enough you'd be able to get away, or at least call the authorities. Talking of McDonald's, did you know that it's been a long time since it was owned by anyone called McDonald? In 1954, American businessman Ray Kroc visited a restaurant in San Bernardino, California, run by Dick and Mac McDonald. He liked their burgers and their simple menu, and 6 years later, he bought the rights to the name. Since then, the firm has become a worldwide success. It operates in more than 100 countries and has more than 36,000 franchise restaurants. That's an awful lot of places where the Golden Arches stand, ready to welcome people to Ray Kroc's vision of quality, service, cleanliness, and value. Mercedes-Benz Throwing Star. The Mercedes-Benz star logo is usually a sign of a high-class, high-cost kind of car. It's not the sort of thing you'd expect to get involved in some kind of horrific street fight. But look again and imagine, if you can, that you could take the star out of the laurel wreath that surrounds it and throw it at someone. It'd do quite a lot of damage, we think. So it's good that this Mercedes-Benz ninja throwing star is just a work of art. We wouldn't like one hurtling to us after being thrown. Then again, we wouldn't like to see one hurtling at us while it's being driven. Mercedes-Benz has probably got the longest history of car company in the world. Benz invented the world's first combustion engine in Germany in 1879 in the city of Mannheim and developed the world's first car, the Benz patent motor wagon. But it was in 1925, after the Benz firm merged with Daimler, that the company's laurel wreath got combined with Daimler's 3-pointed star. The star has 3 points to symbolize where Daimler's engines could go: land, water, and air. Have you wondered where the Mercedes part of the name came from? Daimler's designer was an Austrian called Emil Jelinek. When he designed a racing car in 1902, he named it after his daughter, Mercedes. Other cars have been given people's names, such as the Skoda Fabia or the Ford Edsel, but we think the original is still the best. Literal Google bomb. When you think of the internet, you think of trying to find what you want to look for, and that usually means a search engine. And for most people, that means Google. The company has become one of the largest websites on the internet. We wouldn't be too surprised if you've used it already today. You might have even found the things on there. But imagine the power of Google only made it to a bomb. That is what Art Collective for real did, turning the recognizable colors and fonts into a weapon of mass destruction. Did you know that there's a thing called a Google bomb, though? It's when someone tries to create links to a search term to put an unexpected result default at the top of the Google search listing. Usually this is done for humorous or satirical purposes. Also, did you know that Google hasn't always been called Google? When founders Sergey Brin and Larry Page first created a search engine back in 1995, it was called Backrub, but they changed the name and quickly became the most popular way to find stuff online. As time has gone on, the company has become one of the biggest in Silicon Valley. It owns YouTube, it makes the Android operating system, and launched its own brand of phones in 2016. So you could be watching something on a Google phone using Google software on a Google-owned site, which you found through Google. The Nike Swoosh becomes a dangerous blade. Nike is one of the biggest sportswear companies in the world today, famous for its tracksuits and its Air brand of trainers. The firm, based in Oregon, USA, was rated as being worth $15.9 billion in September 2017. That's an awful lot of leisure wear. It was also the official kit provider for basketball's NBA in 2017, in one of many high-profile deals. But for one artist, it was the company's famous Swoosh logo that provided a pretty strange but pretty cool inspiration. New Yorker Tom Galle specializes in turning everyday objects into something different and unusual. And looking at the swoosh, he came up with the idea of turning it into a knife. Luckily, this object is only an artwork, not a real weapon. That's evidently a good thing because it does appear to be pretty dangerous looking when you first see it. The curve of the logo has become a double-pointed blade. Pretty nasty, but pretty clever all at the same time. Did you know that Nike is named after the Greek goddess of victory? She was often portrayed as a winged figure, and it could be the swoosh isn't just a tick, making reference to the firm's Just Do It motto. It might also be a stylized wing. Oh, and the company is pronounced Nike in the United States, but Nike outside of it. What other things could you put a logo design to use as? Let us know in the comments. And that's that for our 5 famous logos reimagined as dangerous weapons. If you liked it, you might want to check out 10 unbelievable animals that saved people's lives. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.